Here are 4 last-minute 4th of July crafts. This first one is a Patriotic claw clip, and for this craft you'll need a claw clip, rhinestones, and B7000 glue. This first side is the blue side of the flag, so I'm going to go ahead and just glue blue rhinestones onto it, but down the sides we're going to be doing the stars. So we're going to do blue and white rhinestones down the sides, and then the very bottom is just going to be blue again. This is what it will look like once you're all finished with that side, so we're going to flip it over and start with the stripes. Now I'm just doing 2 rows of red and 2 rows of white and continuing that pattern all the way down. You can do it different because it did not end up lore accurate to the flag. I think I ended up with 15 stripes and not 13, but it still looks cute, so I don't really care. This took me like an hour to do and my back still hurts, but the result is worth it. Look how cute it is. It's very sparkly in the sun. Well, duh, because they're rhinestones. And you'll definitely be the prettiest girl at the party with this one. Craft number 2 is bedazzled sunglasses. You'll need sunglasses, alphabet beads, rhinestones, B7000 glue, and tweezers. I don't know about you guys, but my favorite part of 4th of July is the hot dogs, so that's why my phrase is 3, 2, 1, reveal Glizzy Queen! So I'm gonna let everyone know this 4th of July that I am the one and only Glizzy Queen by wearing these glasses to the family cookout. Once you get your phrase on there, you can go ahead and start bedazzling it, so I'm just gonna bedazzle the frame and do a red, white, and blue pattern and reveal. I'm really happy with how these turned out. I think they look super cute, and here's our model again, looking absolutely fire in her Glizzy Queen sunglasses. Craft number 3 is a flag keychain disaster, but let's continue anyway. You'll need transparent pony beads, a keychain, masking tape to tape the keychain down while you're working, and 4 feet of string. This is where it all went wrong. You can't just use regular elastic, you have to use pony bead lacing, which I did not. So let's see how bad I messed up. You'll start by taping down your keychain and taking your 4 feet of pony bead lacing and folding it in half like so you create this loop at the top. Then you'll take that loop and go down through your keychain and take 2 fingers and put them through the loop to grab your string and pull it through. Now you'll have 2 strands, so you're going to take the left strand and thread it through the first part of your pattern, which is the top of the flag in this case, and then once you have that strung, you're going to take the right string and thread it through the opposite side. So you'll have both strings running through, and then you'll pull it tight all the way to the top of your keychain. And you're just going to repeat that exact same step all the way to the end of your design, and hopefully yours looks a lot better than mine. Get the pony bead lacing, otherwise yours is going to look like a clump of red, white, and blue just like mine does right here. At this point I still had hope because look, it looks fine right there when I pull it tight, so I guess the lesson here is to have low expectations so you're never disappointed. It looks like the inspo pic here, but wait, it gets worse. I eventually just kind of gave up, but I pushed through and tied a knot to finish the craft. And there you have it, a perfect American flag keychain that everyone's gonna love. Yeah, let's get another angle to see if it looks better. I tried to salvage it by putting some ribbon on it, but it's like putting lipstick on a pig. You know how much I love hot dogs, so we're making a glizzy chain. You'll need red, white, and blue cardstock paper, scotch tape, some scissors, a stapler, and any kind of elastic string. I'm using this silver string. To make the bun, you'll take your white cardstock and cut about 1 inch in the long way, so just go ahead and cut 2 of those. Now do the exact same thing for your blue paper. So you'll have 3 strips 1 inch thick. For the ketchup, we're gonna cut a squiggle the short way, so go ahead and just cut whatever squiggles your heart desires. Get out of here. Cut the same squiggle pattern on the other side of that squiggle and you have your ketchup. Now we're going to be forming the hot dog, so take your white paper and line up the ends and give it a good staple, and repeat that process for the other white paper and the blue paper. Now let's put this glizzy together. You're going to line up the seams on the blue paper with the white paper, and you're going to staple them together. Then move about 1 inch up from those staples and staple that together. And do the same thing on the bottom. Now repeat the process on the other side with the second button. At this point your glizzy might look a little weird, so you're gonna just mess with the paper a little bit, and cardstock should be pretty easy to mess with. It'll form to where you want it to go. So here I am just kind of smoothing out the edges and pulling out the glizzy to make it look like a real hot dog. Now let's move on to the ketchup. Take a tiny strip of scotch tape and stick it on the end of your ketchup. Now this is going to go on the inside of the hot dog. And then you're going to grab another piece of tape, stick it on the underside of the other side of the ketchup, and stick it on the inside of the hot dog again. There's our finished glizzy. You're gonna make about 4 or 5 more to make the chain. So grab your string and cut a 10-inch strip off. You're gonna take that string and go through the hot dog and under it. And then you're gonna go under and up the other hot dog. Finally, tie any knot to secure the hot dogs together. And now you have your glizzy chain. It's ready to be hung up on any door frame, and this is the perfect decor for a glizzy lover like me.